Now, before I undeafen so you can hear my companion. Companion, speak.
What's up?
What's up, guys? Vepper's here.
Members is not here.
No, she's not.
Members will not be here.
Instead, we have Fisk.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Tasty Man, otherwise known as Tasty Lad.
Otherwise known as the best. You can call me that too.
Alright. Whoa. But yeah. I'm gonna pause that. Minimize. Launch the game. Oh yeah, speak again, by the way. I want to make sure that the audio balancer. That's... words, please, not whatever that was.
You're so mean to me. I might as well combust. I'm going to combust.
I see. Okay, everything looks to be in order.
You look to be in order. But just kidding, I know you're not.
We were in the... yeah. The timeline. The storyboard is what it was called. Up next, because of the time of day, we're gonna do... more of Yako's, yes! And then we get to revisit either Harue or Tsutsumi. How exciting. Yippee! The Rite of Resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place, Hideki Araishi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kurokikyo Cafe. Noon. Oh. I see a bird. Looks to be 3, actually. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that.
We know! It'll be okay!
So, what did you want to ask me?
Why
But
are you
first,
so cringe?
Mockingbird number 8! What is number 8? The Sparring Sparrow Bros.
They're so beautiful.
They are! Oh, we have some info about the Shigeyama kidnapping overview.
A kidnapping and murder case that took place in Hojo, Sumida around 1 year ago. Harue Shigima's son, Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnap was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigema family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit. losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Harue reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demand. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give his ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. Subsequent investigations revealed that the culprit was in fact Kankichiro Iwai, an unemployed man, Toshiko Shiraishi, his common-law wife, and Michio Shiraishi, their daughter, acted as accomplices. Kankichiro routinely used violence against both Toshiko and Michio to force them to do his bidding, and it is believed that he coerced them into becoming accessories to the crime. Kankichiro wanted to use the boy as a living sacrifice for his magical studies, meaning that the ransom was never actually the primary motive for the kidnapping. The reason for targeting the Shigema family's son was due to a personal grievance. A cafe! I've never been to one before. How exciting! It's pretty smelly inside because of all the cigarette smoke, but... Kurokikyo Cafe, a coffee shop on South Warigasui Street. Kurokikyo Cafe's convenient location has made it a favorite of the businessmen in the neighborhood. Although formerly a relaxing location where classical and jazz music were played, the cafe has begun incorporating some pop songs into its playlist at the request of customers. The most popular menu item is a pilaf served with black coffee, although cream soda topped with a large scoop of ice cream is also a popular choice. Fashionable cafes featuring jazz and live performances were in vogue until the mid-Showa era, when the number of cafes offering a carefully brewed cup of coffee and relaxed atmosphere began to increase. Many of these locations also have public telephones, making them convenient meeting places. However, they also developed a reputation as a hangout spot for delinquents, leading a large number of schools to forbid their students from patronizing them. In recent years, table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes installing them as a steady stream of customers.
Yako, if you would.
Right. We wanted to ask you about this.
Oh my, a curse stone. An Okame mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night? Damn, there of all places. Yako, you're one of them. You're a curse bearer.
Please calm down, Mr. Araishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me.
Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone?
What would be the best way to approach this?
I don't feel like he's intimidated by a high schooler.
I guess flattering, then. It's just a brilliant teacher like you. You must know an awful lot about these curse stones.
Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well-versed in this matter.
You're the only one we can count on. Mr. Araishi, won't you help us? Please!
Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask.
Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and the 7 Mysteries Curse Stones happening now?
Oh, taken an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher, starting your questioning with your subject's origins.
Mr. Araishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you?
No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research.
Then, do you know of the ancient Onmyoto ritual known as the Feast of Shadows?
What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise.
In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone.
It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know?
Well,
He may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up.
right. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and, think it could really help your research.
I see, now that you mention it.
Seems like he's reluctant to answer.
Then how about... Guess we could... He likes to talk about his research, right?
Yeah.
Then... What does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the rite of resurrection?
Oh ho! I see, that's what you want to know. Allow me to first elucidate to you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper.
Yeah, okay.
The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seimin Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this.
Seimin Tsuchimikado. I've never heard of him.
I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so it is written in the Record of Fates.
Huh.
As brilliant as Seimin was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings Seimin ordered on the road to Edo. Recorded on the road to Edo.
I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself.
The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimei's specialty, the Taizan Fukun ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called.
Oh wow. I never knew something like that existed.
Thus, it is thought the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Record of Fates end there.
There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones?
There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite.
Huh. That's similar to what Mio said, actually.
Onmyoji!
An officially appointed government position within the Bureau of Ranmyo in the medieval Japan. Onmyoji were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and wuxing, the 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. High-ranking practitioners in a variety of mystical arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Used. Onmyoji were also tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Onmyoji thrived during the Heian period, in part due to the work of the famous Onmyoji and later founder of the Tsuchi Mikado clan, Abe no Seimei. However, Onmyoji began to gradually decline in number after samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost along with the development of civilization. Although the services of Onmyoji were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of shomonji, or hidden Onmyoji, who worked for the common folk.
So a continuation for the Rite of Resurrection.
According to the Record of Fates, this mysterious ritual was devised by a gifted Onmyoji, Abe no Seimei. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul dregs, collected as sacrifices through the Taizin Fukun ritual. The secret art of converting souls to soul dregs is out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners.
Excuse me, Mr. Araishi.
What is it, Miss Kurosuzu?
You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the Rite of Resurrection and the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that?
You really know your stuff. But about that was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines.
Oh, really? It was just nonsense then?
Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it.
And that is?
Well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple students so passionate about this topic.
You.
Thank you!
This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seimen arrived in Honjo. There are records of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo.
A conflict over resurrecting the dead?
I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. The 9 curses in the 7 mysteries.
Yeah.
9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual.
I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo.
So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the root of the Honjo incident is Seimen's Rite of Resurrection?
Yes, that is how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seimen brought the Rite of Resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Seimen was likely using a different name. Then, in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events.
During the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the 7 mysteries of Honjo.
So that's how they're connected. Then, if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite.
How are they related? And there's more. With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. Wow.
You are?
Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the seven mysteries etched into those who received the cursed stones.
Resentful memories?
Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your cursed stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind.
Oh, I did!
Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus, gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together, it will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident.
Huh.
That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako.
Erk. Mio, should I?
Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get.
Okay, Mr. Araishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the Fool's Procession.
Excellent.
So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival.
Interesting. And it's not that one then.
Not that one. What do you mean?
Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seimon himself, or so I suspect.
Huh? Seimon was one of the victims at the Honjo incident too? Meaning an Onmyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo.
Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special.
The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Mio! Then maybe with Simon's curse echo we could...
Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation.
Hey, what are you two whispering about?
No, nothing, sorry!
So the most powerful curse is the one of Seimon himself. The one-sided reed seems to be the most powerful, considering how many people it can kill, but we still don't know what the other 2 are.
Yeah.
We don't know how Taiko and, Beckoning Light work.
Yeah. Mr. Araishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far?
I have learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lanterns, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach.
What are they about?
First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An Onmyoji appears distinctly in this one.
Really?
But not Seimon, I'm afraid. A female Onmyoji who sought the rite of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seimon. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one.
So a female Onmyoji and rival of Seimon was involved in the Honjo incident. That certainly is interesting.
Next, the Evergreen Beach. This Kuroseko is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead.
The rite of resurrection!
Precisely. This man Jinkichi must have been in contact with Seimon. If I could just collect all the memories, everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire.
Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers.
Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives, but they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own.
Another thing.
Yes?
You never really finished about what the trigger for all of this was.
Well, I don't know.
Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry.
What are you talking about?
Someone left a warning that at sundown today they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Najima murders from 20 years ago.
What? Something so terrible will happen?
I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know.
I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman.
A woman?
Is it Miss Hihaku So? Oh, never mind, okay. Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice.
A woman's voice?
It said, "I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the rite of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month." And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet.
1 month. She specified the time period.
I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then.
It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this.
Hence, I went public with the Record of Fates. Hihaku and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me.
Huh? Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps?
Right. I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Anything else? Very well. I've told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing.
Thank you. What might that be?
About Seimon's Record of Fates. There is a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll.
A continuation?
Actually, a section written within Seimon's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Seimon lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection.
Really?
Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange?
What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information is inaccurate?
If Seimon died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum.
You really don't get it, do you?
Huh? Am I wrong?
Have you forgotten the ability Seimon possessed?
Of course not. He could use the rite of resurrection. Oh! You're telling me Seimon used it on himself?
The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then is it not possible that Saman himself was resurrected by the Right after it all took place?
But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs. Needed to use the right.
Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Saman.
What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what is happening now.
That's why I need the resentful memories. To learn the truth.
I get it now.
The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Saman's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. So we need to find the descendants of Abe no Seimei? It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separated and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched.
Saman had descendants. So there's someone out there.
Right.
So there's someone out there related to him by blood even now?
Yes. In fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known Onmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll.
I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Saman himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the right, yes?
Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but I haven't found a single lead. So if you two find out anything about other resentful memories or Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know.
The manuscript, an old manuscript from the Edo period. Didn't we read that one?
Yeah, so it's the bottom half.
No, wait.
Yeah, this is an add-on. So...
Hideki Araishi claimed he found it in a storehouse of an old private residence, but it was in fact entrusted to him by the mysterious voice. The manuscript was written by Saman Tsuchi Mikado, an Onmyoji from the Edo period. He was an extraordinarily adept practitioner, but after being banished from his family for researching forbidden arts, he changed his name and moved to Edo. It is said that Saman Tsuchi Mikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Saman.
Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help.
If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Yeah, extra credit. Tell me about Curse Echo memories.
Would you tell me about the Curse Echo, please? Street!
We've learned a lot.
So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it.
Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation.
But even Mr. Araishi didn't have any leads on where it is. How do we start looking for it?
Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curse is involved too.
Right. So, Mio, what are we gonna do next?
Good question. It may be best to give the information we just learned to Inspector Tsutsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Mr. Tsutsumi might know more about it.
Should we go back to school then?
Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Ariishi the Record of Fates. That must be the mastermind, don't you think?
Yeah, and he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. A woman! Whoever it is, I bet they're scary.
Huh? You don't sound like the Yako I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that.
Really? I guess I'm just not really feeling that confident right now.
I understand. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female Onmyoji who is a rival of Seiman. Seimon.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, Mio! You know what's nearby here, don't you?
Hmm? Oh, you mean where Michio?
Yeah, where it happened.
Excuse me for a moment, I'm hungry.
I was gonna there, every there to leave flowers. I did not say that right, but I'm not redoing it. Even though they were always cleared away anyways.
I'm sure it must be hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me. Yako?
Yeah?
When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too?
Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why?
Did anything seem different that day?
What's this all of a sudden? Though now that you mention it, that day I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it.
I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks.
Excuse me, you girls over there. No!
Whoa!
Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention.
And who might you be?
I'm Yutaro Namigaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up.
A curse bearer?
Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the cursed stone of the foot-washing mansion.
The foot washing mansion. So you're the one Inspector
Sorry,
Tsutsumi
Mio,
was
I'm
talking
hungry.
about.
What?
I said, sorry, Mio, I'm hungry.
Ah, you already know Inspector Tsutsumi. That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh, hey! You're in the driver's seat. What?
The car! That killed Michio!
Yeah.
Yako?
Yes, wait, what? Just now, was I doing something?
Sorry. Mr. Namagaki, what might be the matter?
Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time?
Discuss something. With us?
You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that.
Huh?
I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. I would not go with him, honestly. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge.
Something rubs me the wrong way about this. But he mentioned Michio. What do we do?
Something wrongs me the rub way about this.
Ain't no fucking way! Right?
Yeah, we should tell
not-
We should tell Sutsumi first.
Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass.
Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryogoku Bridge if you change your minds. He's 100% planning to either take your curse stone or kill you.
Let's do the detectives, since that's gotta be what's...
Yeah, I do not trust that guy. Shouldn't even have to be like the "you were in the driver's seat," Michio's ghost says. Like, I just would not go with him. I would not. Nope. Completely uninterested.
Yeah, no way.
Boss.
No way!
No way! I just talked.
No way!
I just talked to the Sumida police.
Oh! What now?
They found an abandoned van in the Chiba Mountains that looked like it'd been in an accident. They couldn't lift any fingerprints from it, but they found blood splatters on the front! And guess what? The blood is a perfect match for Michio's.
That's convenient.
Ah, holy shit.
Oh-ho!
Wait, I just
So it
realized
must be the
something.
van that hit Michio.
There are two ways that could have gone. If we go to the Ryogoku Bridge later as Yako, Michio is 100% going to fucking murder Naomigaki.
Or try to.
Yeah.
So it must be the van that hit Michio!
Okay. You got it. It's all thanks to Yoshimi that we were able to find that out. The license plate had been removed, though, and they even scraped off the vehicle identification number. It'll take a while to identify the owner. Owner? Right now, they're trying to figure out if the van was sighted anywhere between the scene of the crime and where it was dumped. It's also been a year.
Thanks
Holy
for the
shit.
report. What?
How long ago was it that Michio had
Nice, we
died?
got a week.
Oh, a week, right. A year? Whoops.
A year? They didn't clean the bloodstains off in a year?
I mean, they dumped it in the
you
mountains.
gotta
I don't think they'd be
timestamp.
cleaning off shit.
Yeah, but the bloodstains wouldn't be there after a year!
Anyway.
What the fuck? Not anyway. What the fuck?
I misremembered how long it'd been. I'm sorry.
You need to go back and
No.
clip you say. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Go, say the line.
50 minutes. It's nice that we got permission to use the school as our base of operations.
How dare you?
The principal and head teacher were a little reluctant at first, but they were convinced that it would help the investigation. Dealing with all this must be a real headache for those guys. I should thank them again later.
His heart!
It's
Wait.
15. Quackitude.
Why are these highlighted in yellow? Is that supposed to be our hint that we could find them in this segment?
Aren't they all highlighted in yellow?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. They are all highlighted in yellow. Never mind. Quackitude, though. Incredible.
I guess we still can't rule out the possibility that Michio did commit suicide. She was so young, and all the adults in her life did was push her around.
Excuse me? Even if it was assisted, she would... I don't think... I mean, come on. There's a van with her blood on the hood. Or the front, wherever. I don't think she was driving the van that hit her.
We're so lucky that the blood lasts there for a year.
Shut the fuck up.
You did this to yourself. I already read this line. He still doesn't look tired after all this running around. Wish I still had all that stamina.
You want to try that one again?
Shut the fuck up, John!
By the way, boss, we've confirmed that Michio died in a vehicular collision. But
You're
are
not
we really sure that it was an accident?
Good question. I was wondering the same thing.
Damage done by the collision indicates the driver was traveling at a considerable speed, but there were no brake marks to be found.
Exactly, which suggests they may have been intentionally targeting Michio. Then what was the motive, you think?
Who would have reason to kill Michio? The first person that comes to mind is Konkichiro Iwai. After all, she knew about his crimes. But then, Iwai was supposedly able to control Michio by intimidation alone. There's also that teacher who was taking advantage of Michio, Kohei Jonochi. But to say he killed her to stop people from finding out that he was blackmailing her doesn't seem likely somehow.
You're right! Now both of them have fallen prey to her curse.
That's
Wait,
true.
because we didn't go there.
What?
I'm wondering if he's just gonna be, if Namigaki's just gonna be dead.
That's also a possibility. But it's daytime, so she can't use the curse.
Ghost hijacks car.
It's
And runs away.
Namigaki with car.
A real car.
Yeah. That's true, in that case.
Takes a year-old car from the...
Shut the fuck up! It's quite possible she'll also decide to exact revenge on the person who ran her over.
Not just possible. She may have already done it last night, just like with Iwa.
Is there anything else that could have served as a motive?
The talisman, maybe? The one Yoshimi was looking for?
Oh, do you think someone wanted to take it from her?
Well, the talisman wasn't found on her remains, nor in her house.
But doesn't a hit and run seem like too drastic a measure to go for a little talisman? There was a piece of wood inside the talisman bag.
Yeah.
I'd
And
assume...
in the end, it might have just been an unfortunate accident after all.
I'd imagine that Michio's also had a piece of wood in there, but who knows? Yeah, looks that way. Either way, what we need now is a testimony from Michio herself. With a bit of luck, we may be able to ask her what happened during the crash ourselves.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around that particular development. I still have my doubts that it'll be so easy.
Either way, we won't be able to do this unless Mio and Yako turn up.
I'd rather have them come sooner rather than later, but... I guess we'll just have to wait. Shall we head inside?
Alright then.
Oh, hey, Ariel, I wanted to ask you something.
Aye aye, boss.
Jeez, you're an eager beaver. I haven't even said what it is yet.
I'm not a beaver. Right. Well, what is it then?
John!
I can't remember what you had for dinner last night.
Looks like the agent over there is having some trouble with his pen. So if you got a spare, go lend it to him. And for the record, I had Katsudan last night. No need to worry about me going senile just yet, Jun.
I know I look like a genius, but I didn't think I came across as the type to carry spare pens on my person.
You? A genius? You're daydreaming.
But if his pen just stopped working, he can get it going again with a bit of nail polish remover.
What the fuck? Nail polish remover?
Yeah, you know, what you use to remove nail polish. Never used it before? Jun, look me in the eyes and repeat what you just said. Have I ever used nail polish remover?
Oh yeah, that's right. Your wife took your daughter. Do I look like I would've? Don't make me sound crazy for not using that stuff. I doubt you have either.
Oh no, I've used it alright. Did you know it can remove oil-based ink stains? Which is also why it can be used to fix old dried-up pen nibs. Whatever's in there that removes the ink also doubles as a way to unclog pens.
Huh, good to know. Still wouldn't call you a genius, but it's something.
Don't drink it though, I tried that. It didn't work very well.
What the fuck, Jun?
You gotta make sure the remover doesn't mix with the ink though, or it'll ruin it.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Hello, furry metal ferret! What did I drink? Not nail polish remover. I have a glass of water. Not to worry, I don't have nail polish remover on me right now, anyway.
Thank God. Oh, no problem then.
That
Doesn't fix anything!
Long story short, I don't have a spare pen.
Jeez, alright, I'll let him know.
I don't have spare pen or nail polish remover on my person. I'm so sorry I've failed you. I will now curl up into a ball in the corner of the room and cry.
You better cry.
Boss, I thought we were gonna wait for Mio in the school.
Boss, I thought we were gonna wait for Mio in the school.
Alright, let's go wait inside the school. I'm sure they'll be here any moment. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't go with Namigaki. Mr. I was
They'd be
totally in
dead
the driver's
any
seat when I hit Michio with my car. Wait, is this still lit up because there's a branching path here?
Maybe?
Oh. I don't know
Let's
if I...
do the I'll see you again, because that opened...
Coma High.
Ain't that interesting? The record of fates and yen scroll, huh?
Well done, you two. That's some good info you got from that teacher.
Thank you!
Good job, boss. Operation Schoolgirl? I wouldn't have called it that. Was a success.
Do you see the look I was giving him? Ariel, stop making things sound weird! Anyways, let's share what we found out at Michio Shiraishi's house.
Her father is dead.
Yes, please!
Yes! A man named Iwai kidnapped sacrifices for black magic?
Man, Yako does not give a shit.
And Michio helped with the kidnapping. And Mr. Janochi used that to blackmail her?
Ugh! Based on the report and looking at the circumstances surrounding the details of Jonochi and Iwai, if Michio Shiraishi did it, it would make sense. Furthermore, there are signs that Michio Shiraishi wanted someone to notice.
Huh? Really?
The ribbon that was left at the scene of Kohei's death is proof of that. Mio! I'm guessing you knew that already.
Ah, yes. Ever since this morning. But there's one piece of information I need. But I think we're near her limit.
Huh?
So if we get this record of Fate's Yin Scroll, we'll be able to dispel the curse?
Yes. The source of this curse is a tragic event called the Honjo Incident that dates back to the Edo period. An onmyoji named Seimon Tsuchimikado is said to have recorded a way to deal with the curse. So I think there may be a way to dispel the curse.
Right. I'll leave how to approach this to you, Mio. I'll check with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, but please make finding the record of Fate's Yin Scroll your top priority.
Should my second priority be nail polish remover or an extra pen?
Shut the fuck up, Mio!
Understood.
But how do we go about looking for it?
It's possible the descendants of Seimon have inherited it, but I don't think they're aware of its existence. It'd be nice if we had a clan
Your
crest or
nostrils
something to
just
go
made a
off
weird
of.
Sound.
What?
Shut the fuck up, Mio.
What? Maybe we'll have to ask Paranormal Affairs.
That reminds
Western
me.
black magic.
Mio, was the Western black magic used by Iwai and Najima really just an imitation?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Oh, boss said that you knew about this sort of thing.
Do you not?
Well, I mean, I have some knowledge, but how strange. I don't think I've ever told anyone that.
It's okay, Mio. No one's judging you.
Right. But it still feels a little weird.
So, what's your opinion on it as someone familiar with Western black magic? Boop.
If I could have a look at their grimoire, I could be sure, but based on their methods, I'd say they imitated black magic popular around 300 years ago. It was advertised as magic anyone could use, and was employed as camouflage to evade witch hunters. It's notable because they purposefully required living sacrifices to make it difficult to disprove its authenticity.
Wow! You know so much! I'm impressed! It totally matches with the vibe you got going on!
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry, have some confidence!
Own that knowledge of black magic, Mio. It makes you sound cool.
Right. Thanks, I guess?
If that black magic's just an imitation, then we probably don't have to worry about it!
I'm just glad things aren't getting even more confusing than they already are. You might be speaking too soon on that one, Ario, buddy.
Don't say stupid shit! Oh, right, about the mastermind. I had an idea!
Huh? What is it?
This is about the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps, isn't it? You mentioned her when you were telling us about that Iwai person.
Yep, whether the goal is to restore youth or to resurrect someone, she's got her hands all over this. She has money, too. And it would also match Hideki Araishi's account of a woman's voice.
An evil business lady with supernatural powers. A classic setting.
If only we could confirm those powers of hers were actually real.
We'll need to keep an eye on her. I'll tell HQ to look into her. Now then, if we're nearing the limit. Now stop beating around the bush. Time to tell it to you straight. Yako Sakazaki. What? Me? Yes? Take out your curse stone and give it to Mio. My curse stone? It's just been in my pocket all this time.
Thanks. I'm just going to borrow it for a second.
Well?
Yes. There are soul dregs inside, after all.
What? How did this happen? I didn't do anything. I swear, you have to believe me.
It's okay. We know.
Yako, calm down and listen to what I'm about to tell you. But... There's no mistake that Jonochi and Iwai were killed by that curse stone. But the one who committed the act is... the ghost of Michio Shiraishi. That is inside you. Yako Sakazaki. What?
Also, weird heartbeat noises.
What? Inside me? What? What do you mean?
It's okay, Yako. Please calm down and listen. You've been possessed, Yako. By Michio's ghost.
What?
It probably happened when you were offering flowers at the site of the accident. Filled with regret, her lingering ghost reacted to the presence of her old friend and entered you, Yako.
No way! You mean Michio's ghost is inside me?
When we asked the spirit board for her name first, it didn't know because it couldn't decide whether to answer with Yako or Michio.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I've explained this once before, but just because you've been possessed doesn't mean that you lose control of yourself. Normally, the mind will reject such attempts, and it'd do nothing more than affect one's mood or energy levels. But Michio had powerful spirit sense to begin with. And because she was your friend, your mind was open to accepting Michio's spirit. So for those reasons, your minds merged without any issue. It's going to be difficult to separate her from you at this point, which also means that it will be difficult to guide her spirit to the afterlife.
No way! No way! We've merged? Me and Michio's minds are? But I don't feel any different at all! I mean, I'm me! I think.
That's because after she merged with you, Michio started to believe she was you as well. As a ghost possessing you, she's not fully conscious, only really a jumble of vague memories. Still, there are traces of her consciousness and memories as Michio Shiraishi. You've been acting a little different from usual. You would also sometimes react when coming into contact with things with a powerful influence.
Really?
That having been said, if we don't have a proper understanding of the regrets Michio Shiraishi had when she died and why, it would be difficult to separate her from you. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. If I carelessly provoked her ghost, it could have risked causing her to dig even deeper into your mind.
Oh no!
When we mentioned limits earlier, we mean that by letting things proceed like this, there's a possibility that she will join completely, making it impossible to separate her ghost from you. If that happens, you'll never be able to tell which of your thoughts belong to her and which belong to you.
What? That's so scary! You mean I won't be myself anymore? Oh, but if it's Michio, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Oh, I don't know. What should I do? But... it was actually Michio who used the curse stone while I was unaware, wasn't it? Doesn't that mean her ghost has already taken over my body?
Well, about that. I think that's probably the effect of the curse amplifying murderous impulses and the influence of the Feast of Shadows. While you were sleeping, the ghost's powers were boosted. And, strengthened by the feast, Michio's consciousness surfaced and took control of your body.
That means... I was the one who killed them. I cursed them both. Ah!
Yako, no! You were being controlled! Right, Inspector?
Yeah, that's right. It's likely she'd be recognized as not being responsible for the crime due to the position. It's not something you can control. No need to worry about that. No, you're wrong! I wanted to kill them too! Those feelings must have come out. It's not only Michio's fault. I mean, when I learned Michio didn't commit suicide, I wish that all the cruel adults around me would just die. I had the curse stone with me, and I wanted to get revenge for Michio if the chance came. That's how I felt.
Yako!
Because Michio wasn't able to escape her terrible situation. It was so hard. It wouldn't be unusual for someone to take their own life. And I had this curse stone. I made Michio get revenge all by herself. Michio tried so hard to keep on living in silence, and I treated those feelings like they were worthless. I should have done it myself right away. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Michio. Ah! That's why. I killed them.
Hiyako! There you are.
Oh, hi, Michio. What is up with you? You've had me worried sick since you haven't been coming to school lately. Feels like it's been forever. I'm glad you seem to be doing good.
Yeah, sorry. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you why. I've always regretted it.
Aw, come on. You're acting like we aren't buds. You tell me if anyone's making you sad, and I'll take care of them.
Thanks, Yako.
Actually, I'm here because there's something I wanted to tell you.
Really? What's the matter? You can tell me anything.
Well, the truth is, I did something unforgivable to an innocent man. Saying that I was forced to and didn't have a choice doesn't undo it. I'm sorry. I feel so guilty.
What?
I've done so much that I can't take back. All because I was weak. There's no escaping the hell I've created for myself. I couldn't handle it anymore. I started thinking about killing him and dying myself. Neither of us deserve to live in this world.
What?
But something went wrong. And that's why I died with regrets. But thanks to you, I finished what I wanted to do. Thank you. And I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
What? Wait, you don't need to apologize.
It's only now that I realize. And I know how selfish it is. But I hope you remember the time we spent together as friends. And how we were able to be together at the end. Please, don't forget me.
Don't forget these nuts. Huh? No, Michio, wait! Hmm? Huh?
You're awake. Do you feel okay? I'm sorry I had to spring that all on you, Yoko.
What? Is this... Are we in the classroom? Huh? Was I dreaming? I'm sorry to rush this along while you're still gathering your feelings, but... We need to hear what Michio Shiraishi has to say, now. Right.
And so, after considering what to do, it is true that Michio's consciousness has mixed with yours. But if I summoned her ghost, we may be able to establish some communication.
Oh, I understand. So you thought to use the spirit board again?
Yep, I have a hunch. I think the spirit we called last time may have actually been Michio herself.
Really? You think?
And that her spirit has been close to you ever since then.
Then let's do it. I think we should. And I want to hear from her.
Very well. I have no idea if this will work during daytime, but let's give it a try. Are you ready?
I'm ready to go! Thanks. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Do you remember how to do it? Place your finger on the 10-yen coin.
Right, like this.
Good. Now do as I do. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Oh,
Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us.
please tell us if you are there.
It's here.
Now, is it the spirit of Michio? Yako, would you ask the spirit?
All right. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, are you the spirit of Michio Shiraishi? Ah! It said yes!
Don't be so sure. Some spirits like to play tricks. Can you try asking it a question only Michio would know the answer to?
A question only Michio would know the answer to. Let's see then. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, how much did the ribbon I bought with Michio cost? $490. That's right.
Well, it seems we have the right spirit. Okay, can I have you ask her a question?
Okay, what do you want me to ask her?
I want you to ask about the location of Fumichika Nejima's hideout and the location of the talisman as well.
Okay. Where is Fumichika? Okay. Oh, Spectre of the... Spirit of Board. Do you know where the talisman you had is? She does know.
I wonder if we can find a way
I
to
wonder
narrow... I wonder if we can find a way to narrow it down.
I'll try asking. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, did you carry around the talisman with you at all times?
So she did carry it with her.
Then did you have it with you when you had your accident? Huh? She had it with her.
But there was nothing resembling a talisman in the articles left behind at the scene.
So that means someone took it with them and ran off before the scene was investigated. But who would do that? Oh, but who would do that?
And this would mean someone knew Michio had died before the police did.
The first person to discover and report it was the caretaker of the apartment building next door. Should we check with them?
Let's see. The other possibility I can think of is the perpetrator of the hit and run.
But it was a hit and run. Wouldn't they have run away?
It might be possible they came back, driven by fear or something else.
Even so, they didn't report it and went through her belongings. But to only take the talisman seems hard to believe. Unless they were after the talisman from the very beginning.
How likely is that? If the talisman really is so special.
Ariel mentioned the same thing, but to run someone over just to take something from them? It's possible they just picked up the talisman after hitting her for no particular reason. Either way, if it really was a hit and run, then I hope they get caught. It's possible she remembers something after seeing that picture of the car.
Then, shall we try asking?
I'll try.
Let's ask about Nejima. Oh, sorry.
Please tell me the location of Fumichika Nejima's hideout. Please, terrible things will happen if he isn't captured soon. I'm sure it's painful to try and remember. But you're the only one who can help us, Michio.
Please.
Maybe if the detectives start begging.
It moved.
This is an address. She's giving us the address. Amazing. Thank you, Michio.
Okay, I have the address. Thank you.
Alright, Ariel, get a move on and check out that address.
Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ and order a simultaneous house search and a sweep of the area.
I just hope the information is accurate.
I know it is. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you know who was behind the hit and run? She says she knows.
That's a relief. If she hadn't known. In order for Michio's spirit to find peace, we need as much detailed information about what happened as possible. We can't send her off to the afterlife if we don't know what happened when she died. This isn't like a forced exorcism.
Huh, so that's what it'll take. Alright, I'll try asking.
Right.
Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board! Who's the one who ran you over?
I hope she knows the name.
I wonder. Nah. Me. Nami from One Piece!
Key.
Na. Namigaki. Huh? Namigaki? What? You mean Yutaro Namigaki? You two know him?
We talked with him after we left the cafe. He used to be a curse bearer, right? Ah, I see. So that's why Yako had that reaction when she saw him.
What? Come to think of it, that guy said he wanted to talk about Michio. What? What the hell is he planning without his curse stone?
He said he'd be waiting
He'll just
near...
use his car! Like he did before! Duh!
He said he'd be waiting near Ryogoku Bridge.
Got it. I'll join you there once we're done. He's the bastard who killed Michio?
Yako. This should be enough information. We can release Michio from her suffering now. Let's do it.
Alright. Bye-bye. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. No. Michio. Thank you. You've helped us. You know, I'm so sorry I didn't know about it all. Your family, the kidnapping, Mr. Jonochi. I'm so sorry. It must have been so hard. Not that I could understand, but I'm sure it was so hard. I mean, of course you would want revenge. I wanted it too. We've all done things that we wish we could take back. But I'm glad that I at least know the truth.
Yako,
There's so much I want to say, but that's enough. Let me just ask you one last thing. Someday, can we hang out again? You mean it? Okay, it's a promise.
have you asked everything you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to guide Michio's spirit now.
Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Michio, with this, I'll finally be able to free you.
Hey, Yako,
Yeah?
you never accepted the idea that Michio took her own life. I'm glad you never stopped trying to find the truth.
Yeah. You're right. Even though I didn't realize just how hard things were for her. Mio!
Sorry. It's just Michio. She was taken advantage of by so many of the adults around her. She put up with so much. I should have tried and talked with her more.
I know how you feel. Thanks, Mio. It hurts thinking about all the things I could have done. Why did this have to happen to someone so kind and hardworking? Feels like she was ill-fated to the very end. It's just too cruel. But even then, she didn't even tell me about this stuff. She said she let herself worry more about revenge than living. I'm mad at her for that. Sure, I should have noticed something was wrong, but come on. Ugh, what was she thinking? Seriously, I mean seriously! Am I really that unreliable? Of course I'd help you get your revenge, you idiot. I don't care how you changed or whatever. I just wanted you to live.
Yako.
I'll take responsibility for what's been done. But one day, if we meet on the other side, I'm gonna have to give her a good punch. Then I will tell her she's the real fool's procession, or something. Then we'll hang out like always.
Sounds like fun. Alright, I'm sending her off, okay?
Oh, wait! Look at the coin. It moved to no all on its own.
You're right. When did it do that? It seems she still
has...
It
Oh.
seems she still has something keeping her here. Yako, do you have any idea about what Michio wants?
Me? Oh!
Please don't forget me.
think she told me that she didn't want me to forget.
I see. Then, Michio, if you can hear my voice, let your feelings that you won't ever forget her be known. Show it through an action.
What?
Do something that shows you won't forget.
Save? Save the game.
Thank you. Though, I don't really want you to punch me. So live a long life, okay? I'll see you later.
Yako, are you feeling alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, I feel a lot better. I guess I really wasn't feeling like myself recently. It was like there was part of me that I had no control of or something.
Yeah, I think you're back to your normal self now. I'm glad there weren't any problems.
I wonder if Michio was able to find peace.
I know she did. You don't have to worry about that. It seems that her regret was not being able to tell you what was going on and growing apart from you.
Well, I guess I can forgive her for that. But there's still something bothering me.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder what this feeling is. There's a piece of her that hasn't left yet.
It may be an after effect. Maybe because you gave your stone to Chief Inspector Tsutsumi?
Doubt it. Having a curse stone shouldn't have any effect on your body. But dealing with 4 curse stones sounds like a lot of stress. Good work, Chief! Someone's like a completely different person all of a sudden. But are you really sure about this, having us arrest you once this is all over? You might be able to get your case treated as just an accident. Fine. Treat me the same as someone who'd used a curse stone to kill someone. If anything, I should be thanking you for letting me go free until this is all over. So thanks, Chief!
Whoa, whoa. You didn't say anything about bringing the police.
Sorry, but we don't have time to care about what you have to say about us.
Sorry, but I don't give a shit.
What business do you have with this girl now that you've lost your curse stone? I'll tell you this for free. I have a curse stone already.
So, yeah, he did plan on taking it.
This is the bastard who ran over Michio and drove away? If that's true, then why does he... So, yeah.
Excuse
There's
you.
a lot of traffic around here, and it's very noisy during the day.
That's not what I clicked on.
The amount of exhaust coming from cars is overwhelming. I hear it's not healthy. chief makes some weird jokes sometimes, but still, it's reassuring to have a veteran policeman with us. Well, leave this to me, okay?
We should let him take care of this.
For real, though, about Mio being short.
Yeah, but she's a high school girl and she's at like probably the tallest character we've seen so far is shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
That's eye level at his shoulders. Yutaro's visibly shaken. That must mean there's some reason he doesn't want the cops around.
Yeah, it's probably because you plan to kill and take your stone. That or just take it. I don't have any ill intentions. I wanted to tell you that I want to help if you intend to resurrect Michio Shiraishi. That was my intention from the beginning when I received my curse stone.
And that's why I took your curse stone. Man, can't be too careful. Besides, what connection do you have to Michio Shiraishi?
We, met once. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day. This dude is trying so hard, but literally, other than Shogo, he has failed to play anyone.
Shogo
Like,
kind of had.
Bro, I don't even need the Evergreen Beach to know that you're lying out your ass. Holy shit. Uh-huh. Yeah.
She's above his shoulder. Look at her. She's slightly behind him, and she goes to his like the top of her head goes to his neck. She's tall.
She is.
Uh-huh. Met once. I see. Well, I'm sure it must have been painful for you, but do you think bringing back the dead will erase the fact that you hit her with your car?
What? I'm sure that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, so he thinks he can undo what he's done by bringing back Michio? What a selfish reason, but in the end, would I be opposed to that? I don't know. What would I have thought if I met him last night?
You probably would have killed him immediately.
If you don't know, I'll tell you, and you'll let me ask some questions in return. I thought that was Namagaki speaking.
Yeah.
Did you just get your license recently? We found a van with bloodstains on it. You see, it's only a matter of time before we find out who the owner is.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with Michio Shiraishi? Not only that, you killed someone with your curse stone, didn't you?
Stop! Stay away from me! Damn it. Okay, okay. I give up. It's all over for me.
Afterwards, Shutaro Namigaki gave his confession. He admitted that he was behind the wheel of the van that hit Michio Shiraishi. He explained that he was speeding in order to impress a girl he had in the car with him.
Yeah, I wonder which girl that was.
After hitting the schoolgirl, he drove away and planned to wash the car in secret to destroy the evidence. But he became nervous and went back to the scene of the crime at the urging of his passenger. When they returned to the scene, the female passenger went to check on the victim alone while he sat panicking in the car. When she returned, she told him people were unlikely to assume a hit and run, as it looked similar to a suicide by jumping from a height. Afterwards, the pair parted ways, and Utaro dumped the vehicle deep in the woods under the cover of night. The two of them decided to keep the accident a secret. The next morning, Michio Shiraishi's body was discovered, and luckily for them, her death was ruled a suicide.
What's your name again? Didn't we read this? Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, we don't need to see that.
This lady.
However, darkness lingered within his heart. From that day on, the schoolgirl appeared before him covered in blood, her limbs bent and broken, to spite him in his dreams every night. Even when awake, he would see a phantom of her corpse in the dark, moaning and cursing him at all times. Troubled by the constant hallucinations, it was only a number of days before he suffered a nervous breakdown. He couldn't bear hiding what he'd done anymore. He planned to turn himself in, but was stopped by the passenger from that night.
That lady's crazy!
It was then that he first heard the rumors of the rite of resurrection. He thought that if he could resurrect the schoolgirl, then it would be like the accident never happened. And with that, the darkness enshrouding his heart could be dissipated. From then on, he searched the areas associated with the 7 mysteries of Honjo every night. And he received the curse of the foot-washing mansion as a result. I see.
That's right. I'm not a bad man. I wanted to turn myself in. It was that girl who tempted me.
Okay, calm down and listen, son. You don't think you've done anything wrong. What would these girls think if they saw you run over that poor girl? There's something I want to know. Do you know anything about a talisman that Michio should have had on her at the time of the accident?
Talisman? What are you talking about?
So you don't know anything. In that case, what about the woman who was with you? Can you ask her?
Oh, that's right. Everything is her fault in the first place.
Well, that may not exactly be wrong. Just riding passenger in a car involved in involuntary vehicular manslaughter isn't a crime in and of itself. But according to your statement, she neglected her duty to seek aid and instigated you into neglect your duty to report the accident. If she took an article from the scene, she'd also be charged with theft. Can you tell me who she is? You have no intent of hiding anything anymore, do you?
Yeah, that's right. It's her fault. Do what you want with her. It's time for her to face what she's done. Her name is Ayame Tono. She's an art student I met in town.
What? An art student named Ayame Tono?
We knew!
Whoa! Are you absolutely sure of that?
Yeah, dude, your daughter's crazy. What point would there be in lying to you now? What, do you know her or something? She may look nice, but she's rotten on the inside. I'd like to meet the parents who raised someone like that.
Shut up!
What's wrong, Inspector Tsutsumi? What's wrong, Inspector Tsutsumi? You're drenched in sweat.
Ah! No! Wait!
room?
Veb.
She's still there?
She was scared by my voice acting. Listen up! I'm taking this one with me down to the station for more questioning. You two go after the record of fate's Yin Scroll. Got that?
Okay, we will.
Come with me!
Whoa!
Let's get going.
Yeah.
Woo! You know, I kind of want to do the alternate ending just so it breaks and grays out.
Sure.
Well, I suppose we may as well hear what it is you have to say.
Glad to hear it. Then, shall we relocate elsewhere? And then they die. I'm certain of it.
Or he gets killed.
So, what did you want to discuss with us?
Let's see. How do I put this? I'll tell you straight. I want you two to use your curse stones to bring Michio Shiraishi back from the dead.
What?
That's why I was pursuing the rite of resurrection in the first place. Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her. Which means this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this.
Well, I'm sorry. This is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you would want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michio?
Well, we met briefly once. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day.
Right. Well, it would be great if we could bring Michio back. But we've already decided not to use the Rite of Resurrection.
Is that so? Seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting the soul dregs for you if you gave me your curse stone, you know.
We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse.
She's about to kill him.
Yeah, I told you, it's not gonna be him killing anyone. He's too much... Listen, he didn't... the only reason why he killed Martini Man Shogo is because Shogo technically taunted him.
Yeah,
He's not very good at killing people. He's kind of bad at it.
I see. Well, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to give up on the curse stones.
Thank you for understanding. I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. But why does he want to bring Michio back? Huh? Yako? Uh-oh. Did she go off somewhere while we were talking?
Heh. I finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not. But leading me to a secluded place, you've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your curse stone. Either you hand it over, or I'll have to take it by force. Nice pose.
I love that pose.
What?
What?
Why? Are you... No, no, no! She's here again! I don't understand! Wait! It was just an accident! I swear, I didn't mean to! That's why I was trying to bring you back! You're already...
You're already dead.
too late.
You were already dead. The fastest. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Kill the man! Kill the man! After this, Fumichika Nejima went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with the unprecedented tragedy. And from that day on, Yako Sakazaki was never heard from again. Ending 1, Michio's Grudge.
Oh wow, we got an ending.
Neat. Do we go to Harue, or do we keep hanging out with, Yako?
Let's just finish the Yako one. I also like Yako a lot more than I like Harue.
TBH, Harue's not all there. She's definitely a little unhinged.
Yako is my favorite though so far. Of all
Yes.
the characters.
Yes.
And then it's probably Jun. My favorites goes from Yako, then Jun, then probably Tsutsumi, and then Richter. Jun
Yeah.
is the best character that's not Yako.
4 p.m. Oh. Why you get sweet? Why you get sweet?
I know we're supposed to be finding that record of Fate's Yin Scroll thing, but I'm sure it would be nice if we had more of a lead to work with.
Right now, our only option is to try and trace the bloodline of that Onmyoji, Seimon Tsuchimikado, to today. But he's not a legitimate descendant of his family, so the library doesn't have anything about it.
And since we've got nothing so far, we find ourselves here. So this is the Hyaku Soap's headquarters. So we're thinking that one of the high-ranking people here is most likely the mastermind.
Chairwoman Yamamori, was it?
Wait, are chairwomen high-ranking? Isn't the most important person at a company the president?
I'm not sure, but she's definitely an important person.
Even if we're able to meet with her, what do we talk with her about? Can't just waltz in there and ask her if she knows about the Yin Scroll out of nowhere. We can try!
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say.
Ooh, is that your working style, Mio?
Well, whenever I find myself out of options, I usually just jump right into the thick of it. Oh, if you're scared, I don't mind going in by myself.
Ooh!
Scared? As if! Think of me as your trusty bodyguard.
That hair flip!
I don't mind going big and taking a chance.
I'll go in there and punch the receptionist!
Oh, yeah, there's the Akko I know. But please don't do that.
You don't need to do that.
Yes, I do. Now then, can we really just barge in there and expect it to go well?
Oh, hi. You're a little close, but hello.
There were a bunch of police cars speeding by here earlier. I wonder if something happened.
Must be. I've seen a few police officers and they look like they were on edge. Could Inspector Tsutsumi have let that Nejima escape and everyone's scrambling to find him?
Oh, after all the effort we put into gathering information, that would be unfortunate.
Has Mio been doing stuff like this all by herself up until now? It's so dangerous, and there's so many unknowns. Must be tough for her. No wonder it'd be hard to make friends.
Something the matter?
Nope, let's go for it!
I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, we've managed to get this far.
Hey, Mio, you know,
Yeah?
why not look it? But you've got a bold side. A little reckless, even.
Huh? You think? I suppose. Things not going to plan is just a part of life in this world.
No, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I'm the same way. Feel like we get along well together. Maybe that's one reason why.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Oh, Mio, what about that one guy? The one Inspector Tsutsumi checked with. I forget his name.
Oh, right. Apparently he never heard from Nakagoshi. Not that we have a way of contacting him directly anyway. We just have to leave a message with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau's messenger and hope it reaches him. He's always the one who contacts me, and even then, it's only instructions.
Well, I guess we're in a tight spot then.
Nakagoshi is Richter. Confirm. No.
True and real.
We won't get anywhere just waiting around. Let's do the best we can working on our own. Now, shall we?
Go. Alright, let's give this a shot.
Excuse us. Looks like we're out of luck. Who knew you needed an appointment months in advance to meet a chairwoman?
Turns out she's super duper important. Even the receptionist gave us the cold shoulder. After realizing we're just two students.
Which is the thing that I just realized is kind of funny. Yeah, they went to school not realizing that school was gonna be out for the day, but why are they still walking around in their uniforms?
Maybe her private secretary would hear us out, but they seem to be out at the moment. Well, because they can. That's why.
Okay.
Shut up.
In that case,
Ah, shit. Another suspend.
I figured it would be something like that.
Too much to handle. 1 p.m. In further news, today the body of an adult male was discovered in the residence of one Toshiko Shiraishi around noon. The man, identified as Konkichiro Iwai, is said to have been in a relationship with Toshiko. He was unemployed at the time of death. While further investigations are still underway, it's suspected that his death is connected to the recent serial killings in Honjo. Evidence on the scene may also implicate Mr. Iwai in the unsolved child abduction and murder case from last year. Well, ma'am? It seems like we've managed to settle one part of the kidnapping case for now. Let's begin discussing our next steps.
Right.
I'm gonna look at the ceiling light.
The lights. It's a little dim even during the day, but I like it that way.
I love the darkness. It makes me feel.
I wonder what kind of music Richter is into. I imagine he likes English songs.
Richter, do you know English?
No matter how much I look at the flowers, they don't make me feel anything. I've grown so used to seeing the scroll, I don't really give it a second thought. I've stopped watching the news. There's too much fluff. I wish they'd cut out the pointless stories and just reported on what's important.
Like this clock.
The ticking of the clock gets on my nerves sometimes. I suppose I should offer him some tea, but I don't really feel like it.
Hey, Richter, do you want some tea?
Oh, why thank you.
Go get it yourself.
A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone. I rarely find a use for it. I don't have a reason to use the phone right now. He's always going at his own pace. He's rather fascinating. Next up, what do we need to do to get our hands on a curse stone filled with soul dregs?
Judging by the official announcement, it seems what Iwai wrote is likely true. With both the kidnapper and his young accomplice dead, the police should be able to handle the rest.
Now that it's over, I can't help but think of how pitiful it all is. We never would have known a thing had we not found his journal.
Carelessness is what usually leads to crimes like these getting exposed. It was pretty much the same with the Nojima murders. But stumbling across the answer by pure chance really makes you think. It makes my skin crawl to think of how many cases like this are left undiscovered.
Me too. It's certainly disturbing.
I don't know how much you actually care. I'm being perfectly honest, lady. Well, with the kidnapping case all wrapped up, we can focus our efforts on obtaining the right of resurrection, yes?
Indeed. I'm counting on you.
Alright, let's reassess this curse situation.
Right.
I must admit, I never expected the police to be so on top of things. The chief inspector, Tetsuo Sutsumi, provided us a good wealth of information. I'm surprised he knew so much about the curse bearers.
Do you think they noticed I'm one of them?
I'm pretty sure Ario didn't. The chief inspector, on the other hand, we'll have to be careful around him. But if he had suspected anything, I'm sure he would have detained us. We should stay vigilant moving forward.
Agreed.
Even if we steal a curse stone, you may not be able to successfully perform the rite unless you're a curse bearer yourself. Would you be okay with hanging on to the stone from now on?
Of course.
Just don't use it though, okay? Don't tell me what to do.
Alright.
If what we've heard is true, there are just 3 curse bearers left to be discovered. There's the Whispering Canal, the Beckoning Light, and the Taiko of Suguru left to investigate. It may benefit us to visit the places connected to these stories a few times. No, we are not looking for the man with the one-sided reed. We will die. Do not say we are going to visit him. I will be angry with you.
I see.
I'm still highly suspicious of the people at Hihaku's Soaps. They could be the ones pulling the strings. That Tanuki, that Takumi Yumioka fellow is probably aware of the curse bearers we're searching for. Tracking his movements may prove to be useful.
You want to follow him?
If we were to follow anyone, he'd be my first choice, but damn it. Times like this really have me wishing I had more personnel.
I imagine it's tough working on your own.
Send Ernestine out like a like a messenger pigeon. Hook a little spy camera to her.
No, drone bird.
It's the plight of running a small business. I'm always on the hunt for a skilled assistant. You can't be my assistant, though. I don't want you to be my assistant. I'm kind of afraid of you. And then there's Nejima, who appears to be a curse bearer too. A one-sided reed, I think it was. If we want to look for someone that's likely to gather a whole lot of soul dregs, well, look no further.
He did say he would unleash his curse on a large number of people at nightfall.
If he gets the chance to. If the chief inspector manages to track down Michio, then, well, there's a chance he'll manage to apprehend Nejima before he gets up to no good.
But why did you tell the chief inspector about the safe house? If he hadn't had that lead...
It was written in Iwai's memoirs. It was just a matter of time until he found out. Besides, we're talking about a massacre here. I can't just turn a blind eye.
How is it different from any other curse bearer collecting soul dregs?
Well, if we're talking Nejima, it could be a lot more dangerous. We'll just keep a close eye on Nejima and the cops.
And what about the girl from before? Ayame Tono. Do you think she could be a curse bearer?
Well, there's a chance she could have gone and stolen someone else's curse stone by now.
That's possible too, but... We haven't been to Midoricho Park yet. The place connected to the Taiko of Suguru.
Ah, right. That's close to where she lives.
What if she was a curse bearer this entire time? She could have lied.
It's possible. It would make her a brilliant actress to boot. The idea has got me itching to investigate her again. That place is rather suspicious. If only we could run into someone there. About
Richter.
me? Yes. Ah, that's right. Would you mind if we make a stop on our way? We can make it quick. I apologize for the diversion, but I'd like to visit a candy store if possible.
Huh. I suppose I don't mind. Next up. Your mom.
Then, shall we depart? From this part on, you'll be given the option to finish the investigation, which will allow you to immediately end this part. From there, you can continue on to the next part. You may also come back and restart this section from the point which you left off. I guess, because...
Let's do the candy shop since we love Richter.
Oh my god! I didn't realize he actually has... Whoa, no way!
Jeez, you made me jump.
It's Mockingbird number 14, Falcon Man. This guy's a real speed demon.
Oh, is that right?
It's kinda...
It's kinda scary how you even know this exact number with just a simple glance. Sonoya. The children seem pretty fond of this place. It looks comparatively new. They must have had renovations done not long ago. There are some vending machines. You can buy canned juice for 100 yen. These days, vending machines sell a lot of things besides juice, too.
Yeah, lady, honestly, you guys are living more than 20 years before the mess of things that you can get out of vending machines in Japan.
The shop's close to the park, so children have been coming and going without pause. Places like this candy shop have been slowly disappearing from street view recently. Apparently, Richter likes to visit the local candy shop in every district he visits. I figured once you've seen one, you've seen them all. But in reality, each one has its own unique displays and colors to match the locale. It kind of irks me that we stopped here simply for the sake of entertainment. But I suppose he needs time like this to relax and recenter his mind. He works so vigorously every day.
Oh, right, man. Should we go for manjayaki or something?
That's sweet of you, but I'm not hungry right now.
That's too bad. I haven't had great luck with this Mockingbird raffle. Would you mind if I tried a few more times? Apparently most of these are just replicas of the real deal. But even so, they're well worth the price. Some of the kids were saying they managed to snatch some real rare finds in this lottery.
Go ahead. Don't buy them all now.
Just let me know when you want to leave, okay?
Okay. He's up front with the kids to participate in the raffle. It's weird seeing an adult his age enjoying himself so much at a candy store.
Grown-ass man. He's having fun. We can't fault him.
Oh, it seems he didn't win anything. He's pouting so hard, even the kids are laughing at him. Look at his smile. He must have won something. How nice.
Hot damn! It's Mockingbird number 10! Cacophony! He's a nihilist, but he gets the job done.
Oh, well, you seem pretty happy.
Holy crap! This one is super rare! It's Fairfeather, the coolest peacock around!
Oh, so it is. That's a pretty big win, huh?
Woo! Okay, he got them all.
Good job, Richter.
Oh, we went to the reception room. Oh, pfft. Sorry. Hmm?
Richter. What do you think that is?
That's the soul drag that we saw in the... with... You know, with, that's... No, not the soul drag. That's the curse echo that was in the park, with Martini Man.
Can't believe you didn't say Martini Man Shogo immediately.
Oh. I don't see anything.
That's because you're cringe. Really?
And he
You
jumps
don't
off the
see
bridge into the water.
that. Richter, get out of the water! I'm not done talking to you! Get your ass up here! That thing looks like a phantom ball of flame floating in the air. A ball of flame! That was my Richter.
Yeah, okay, thank you. It must be the curse echo. Maybe only curse bearers are capable of seeing it.
But could such a thing happen in broad daylight? It's gone.
I wonder if that was the Beckoning Light's curse echo. That phantom flame you saw might have been a manifestation of the lantern.
In that case... Does that mean a curse bearer is nearby?
It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. Okay, I guess we're not done looking at that. A curse bearer might be lurking in the vicinity. I'm gonna check the surroundings. Nothing. I didn't find anyone who looked the part.
I see.
I don't doubt something happened around here, but something might have changed in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. TBH, I shouldn't have clicked on that immediately because, I don't know what changed. Did something draw your interest? No worries here. I made sure to take a quick shower this morning.
What? She just goes close and goes. And what if I... And what? Ah, man. Even thinking is hard nowadays. And what if what I saw was the curse echo of the beckoning light? Wouldn't that mean the curse bearer is nearby? I'm not feeling any strange presence. But that could be because it's midday. And what I
What you saw earlier must have been the beckoning light. Something might have changed after what just happened.
It was...
What's going on? There isn't a curse bearer in sight. Okay, I guess move again.
Everyone is relaxing so peacefully in the park. It's hard to imagine
Ah!
it was the site of some horrid curse. Stop screaming. The cops have yet to determine who the remaining curse bearers are. We have to find them soon. Richter seemed to be a little nervous when Ayame Tono was mentioned. Or was I just imagining it?
We've reason to believe the curse bearer of the Taiko of Suguru was here last night. It's possible they're already dead, but we haven't found any definitive leads. Hey, that lady over there. That's Ayame Tono. She seems to be trying to hide.
Maybe we should just watch her then?
We don't want to startle her and have her run off on us. Let's sit and watch her for now.
Oh. I thought that was like a choice. That was more of a...
Doesn't look like she's
We're
planning
not
to
ready
move
to-
anytime soon. Alright, I'll be right back!
Ah, he's gone. That little rascal. I suppose he really wanted to talk with her. Oh, there he is. What a little fucking creeper. Did he mean to jump out and surprise her from behind? Huh? Does he mean to intimidate her? Ah, she noticed. I guess his purpose was just to talk with her after all. I wonder what they're talking about. She doesn't look like she's planning to run. Oh, they're coming here.
Here she is. What do you think? Smooth work by the master, hmm?
Yes. Very smooth.
Hello, thank you so much for yesterday. I know this is sudden, but I'm actually being pursued right now.
Pursued. By who?
I think it's the police. Would you be willing to provide me shelter?
From the police.
I figured we could hear her out and see what kind of mess she's gotten herself in.
Don't make it sound like I'm some kind of criminal, please.
About the right of resurrection!
The police have my apartment staked out, so I haven't been able to return home. I heard them say something about wanting to protect me, but something didn't feel right and I got scared.
Do you have any idea why they're after you?
Well, I have been searching for the curses, so...
We shouldn't trouble ourselves with hiding you if they're after you for a good reason.
Huh? How cruel! But this handsome investigator wouldn't turn me in so easily, would you? It's unfortunate, but we've got reason not to get involved with the police ourselves. What shady reasoning! But if you got some murky secrets to hide, we might as well cooperate with each other, no? But if you got some murky secret to hide... Oh, she's not gonna... Anyway, how are your plans to resurrect Hokusai going? Fortunately, that's been going quite well.
Oh.
Does that mean you found someone to steal a cursed stone from? Not exactly, but I found out a kind of last resort. Which is why I can't let the police get me. What do you mean by last resort? You're really asking me that? It doesn't concern you at all. Why should I tell you? Ugh. What if we make a deal? In exchange for keeping you hidden from the police, you'll tell us about your last resort. Huh? Is that what got you interested? Oh, I got it. You're meaning to steal it for yourself. Not at all. Just curious. That excuse will just not do. I don't need you to. I'll find a way to stay safe on my own. That was a close one. I should have known the only ones you can count on in this world is yourself.
What a bitch.
We can't let her get away. Let's go after her.
No, I think I'll stand right here.
Stop it. Get any closer and I'll scream. Please wait. We'll help you out. No conditions. Well, you changed your mind quick. That just makes you all the more suspicious. I tried my best, but I couldn't convince her to stay.
Could it be you don't know how to handle a girl like that?
We kind of learned she's a bit of a manipulator, so... Since she's looking for a safe haven, would you mind me sharing your address with her, just in case?
Well... It doesn't really bother me. But there are police... But do you recognize that there are police officers in my close family?
At least it'll allow us a way to keep in contact, no matter how small. Ayame Tono says our plans for the Rite of Resurrection may be achievable through this last resort. Does that mean she's given up on her plan to steal Curse Stone?
Richter,
Hmm?
I'm tired. Can you carry me? You know, I have one as well. A last resort.
You do?
Even if we don't steal another cursed stone. I already have my own. If it becomes necessary, I am prepared to use it.
So you think it might be possible that she has one of her own too? That she despises the idea of using it to kill others, so instead she means to steal a curse stone with soul dregs already in it. It doesn't contradict anything we know. She lives nearby, which means she might have the Taiko of Suguru curse stone. We still don't know much about her. Whoa!
Sorry, Richter, I had to sneeze.
You startled me. And by startled, I mean
Yeah.
I didn't like physically react, but my internal organs reacted. I don't know I don't know how to describe it. My heart did a thing.
Bro. Richter! that last resort Ayame spoke of.
I can't believe I couldn't tell you it was my heart at first. It's like I forgot that that was one of the organs.
It could be our chance.
Okay, I don't really like that.
We can use her.
I hear you loud and clear.
I can't help but feel oddly irritated around that girl. Ayame Tono. She puts on an innocent front, but she seems to be hiding something.
The area was closed off to the public this morning after his body was found, but the police quickly managed to complete their investigation and reopened the park as if nothing ever happened.
The people in the area are shockingly calm, considering what happened here. You'd think they'd be put off knowing there was a dead body here this morning.
From what I heard, it happened right about where you're standing now.
Eek!
Eek. A telephone booth. Doesn't look out of the ordinary to me. The sky! Would you look at that? That's a pretty unique looking playground.
Did it catch your eye?
Perhaps. Now's not the time, though.
But it did get you interested. Does he want to play on it?
This man is full of so much whimsy.
A bunch of kids gathered around Richter to poke fun at his clothing. Seems like kids come running for him wherever we go. Not all too surprising with his attire. He hasn't complained about it though. I wonder if he's got a soft spot for kids.
Hello again, Furry Metal Ferret.
It's so peaceful here. It's hard to imagine this place has anything to do with curses at all.
They made it quite the challenge. To pass through, you'd have to go underneath there.
He definitely wants to play on it.
You had to do the adults of things. Ugh.
You can go take a look if you're that interested.
Alright. I'll go check it out just to make sure.
He looked so happy! You didn't have to think long about that.
He's taller than the entire playscape!
What's that? Did he find something?
Oh no. Don't worry, Ferret. We both have had that. Sentence structure falling to pieces. I found a mockingbird under the playground equipment! Damn, talk about lucky. It's number 19, Penny Prattle!
Oh my gosh, that one is amazing.
I love it! I love Penny Prattle! That's great!
I see. Congrats.
Playgrounds always get me all fired up. This place is associated with the Whispering Canal. The canal must be connected to the man who was found drowned in the park.
Agreed.
We interrupt this paranormal murder mystery horror thriller with delinquent birds.
Playground! Agreed. Wasn't the victim a Hihaku Soap's employee?
That's right. His name was Shogo Okie. I've heard around the block that his name was Martini Man Shogo. To the normal people.
Where on earth did you hear that from?
I have my ways. Considering his occupation, he probably came here in search of a curse stone. If people in the company know about the rite, it only makes sense they'd be looking for curse stones.
You think the chairwoman and Takami would send their regular employees out to hunt for the stones? If that's the case, perhaps that Shogo died trying to take a stone from someone else.
Either that, or he was killed precisely because he was a curse bearer with a curse stone.
I suppose so, but... Considering the location, wouldn't it mean the curse used was the Whispering Canal?
Good point. That would mean Shogo Okie wasn't the wielder of the Whispering Canal curse himself.
Could he have had the Beckoning Light, or even the Taiko of Suguru?
I mean, we saw what is most likely the Beckoning Light at the bridge. I was here last night, and there weren't any dead bodies then. It's highly possible he was brought here from somewhere else. If that's the case, the wielder of the Whispering Canal has already collected his stone. Ma'am, excuse me, but there's one more thing I'd like to try.
If you want to run around on the playground again, you don't have to ask me. Oh, be my guest.
Shogo Okie is the name of the person who died here. It's hard to believe he was here by chance, only to end up murdered with a curse. Given his ties to Hihaku, we can assume he was aware of the situation and somehow involved with these curses. I don't actually, that one's actually not there. That one's not correct. I think we're done here, and I think we've looked everywhere that we can.
Huh? What's that at the bottom?
A new person. We don't know who they are, though.
Darkness.
Time unknown.
My head. What's happening?
Yoshimi, who killed him? Can't get away with it. Hihaku.
Wait, is this Yoshimi's GF?
Fiancé?
Shake! Shake! Did I hit my head? It's killing me. and my vision is all blurry. Is that the ceiling? I feel the cold floor against my back. I must have fallen or something. Get up. My body won't move. Why? Why am I on the floor in the first place? No. Hold on. More importantly, who am I? It's a
Man.
funny looking roof.
That's some wild sleep paralysis.
Okay, think. Try to remember something. Anything.
Rite of Resurrection.
Ah! Wait, is this you? Gah, it feels like my head is gonna split apart. Are we Yoshimi? Are we Yoshimi's fiance? What was that? That man's face. I think I've seen it before. I'm sure I know it. Yoshimi.
Yoshimi.
Yoshinim. Yoshimi. Haji Me. Yoshimi. That's it. I know that name. Darkness obscuring my memories is slowly starting to clear. Ugh, my head is hurting again. What was that? A memory of mine? Hajime and I think we were close. This must be his fiance, right? But the first thing I saw, he was dead.
Oh. Do you think? Because honestly, at this point, we're pretty sure that foul play is involved in his death, even though it felt like a random heart attack. Maybe she witnessed it somehow, and the person responsible kidnapped her. But yes, I agree. I think this is most likely, what is her name? Mayu Chozawa.
You didn't like my version of her name. Did I? Just what kind of person am I? Sexy. I can move again. And I think my head is starting to clear. Looks like I'm in some kind of warehouse. Maybe I can find some clues as to what happened. I should take a look around. There's an air duct down the ceiling. Could this place have been a factory at some point? I wish I could crawl through it and escape, but I don't see any way to get into it from here. There's a bunch of garbage in the corners. My guess is all that is that this room isn't used very often, if at all. Can't just wait here for someone to come to my rescue. And I need to look for a way out. folding chair. All alone in the middle of the room. Gives me the creeps for some reason. They must have sat me on it earlier. I probably passed out and fell onto the floor. There's a bucket and a mop in the left locker. Guess that's where they kept their cleaning stuff. There's nothing inside, but there's a piece of paper stuck to the front. Chemical flammable liquid ventilation. If leaked, equipment integrity thoroughly. That's quite the collection of words. What could this place be used for? Hey Z.
Hmm?
You're quite the collection of words. Could absolutely fucking do that. A typical office desk. There's all kinds of stationery on it. Is there anything that looks usable? There's this pen! But I don't really need it. I'll leave it here for now. Doesn't look like there's anything in the top drawer. Some kind of note in the middle drawer. Alkyl benzalkonium chloride, sulfonic acid, sodium hydroxide. Names of chemicals. Maybe this is some kind of chemical plant? Cabinet straight out of an office. Let's see what happens if I slide this open. Looks like there's nothing inside. A big shelf, the kind you'd always see in warehouses and stuff. Wish I could find some tools or something, but no such luck. If I listen close, I can just make out the sound of air blowing through the duct. I don't even know if I'm above or below ground. What's this? The label's been torn off, but this must be soap. There's quite a bit left inside. Take it for a snack. I might be able to use this. Might as well keep it on me.
Soap.
A bunch of messily stacked cardboard boxes. I took a peek inside, but it was too dark to see much. I'll need more light. Switchboard. Looking inside, it seems this room has electricity at least. Does that mean someone is using this place for something? It won't open. Must be locked from the outside. So I really am locked in here. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt I can afford to take my time here. There's a little sink here. It's pretty dirty. I hope I don't have to use it. There's water dripping from the faucet, but the knobs are stuck. I can't move them in either direction. Looks like I definitely won't be using it. There's a key to the sink. If I can use this to see what I look like, it might help me remember who I am.
You mean mirror? What? Key to the sink?
No good. The mirror is completely unusable with all the grime that's built up on it. I wonder if I could clean it somehow. Soap?
Soap.
Oh, I could use the soap to clean off the grime. I should have known that just putting soap on the mirror wouldn't do anything. I need something to wipe it. Use your ass cheeks.
What?
Didn't the left locker have cleaning supplies? Ew, I might be able to use his cleaning supplies. I can fill the bucket with soap and use the mop to clear away most of the grime. Soapy mop. It's pretty long. Okay, I guess I won't read that. There's the soapy mop. I should be able to clean the mirror with this. Whoa, clean in one swipe. Soap is pretty good. I have to remember the brand.
Yep. There we are.
So this is what I look like.
Wait, why did I assume that she witnessed the death of her husband? I mean, or fiance. There's a chance it's that, but it could also be a similar situation with Michio and she's possessed by Yoshimi.
Right. Yeah, this is me. I know this face. Something doesn't feel right. Something's missing. Oh, my name. I can't remember my name. I need to figure out what my name is. I know what I look like. Next, I have to remember my name. Is there a woman with this face in my memories? Come on, I need my name. What was her name?
Mayu Chizawa.
Mayu. Mayu Chozawa. Yes, that's definitely it. My name is Mayu Chozawa. Mysterious woman. My name is Mayu Chozawa. That man I saw in my memories, Hajime Yoshimi, is my fiance. Wait. If what I saw was from my past, then Hajime's... No. Hajime could never be killed so easily. There must be some kind of mistake. Knowing him, he's probably just worked himself into a frenzy looking for me. I have to get out of here and let him know that I'm okay. Looks like I definitely won't be using it. From what I can see, I'm not hurt. I just look like crap. So why was I brought here? A switchboard.
Drawers starting from the top.
Hmm. This last drawer, it's different from the others. There's a padlock with a 4-digit combination. I have no idea what the combination could be. It's the best. I better leave it for now. This lock looks brand new compared to everything else. Is this room being used for something?
Have I been abducted to go into a shitty escape room?
4 digits, huh? I guess I could try all the numbers from 0000 to 9999. But that'll be my last resort.
Oh.
No, wait, there's something stuck way in the back. Looks like there's some kind of sticker stuck back there. But it's too dark to tell what it is.
I need to find it.
No! We may not have the passcode yet. I don't think we have the passcode. Because you've interacted with everything. Right?
Yeah.
It looks like the light on the ceiling is on. Oh. But it's still so dark. Oh, there's dirt all over the bulb. Time for that mop to make another appearance. There, it's a little brighter now. I should have an easier time searching now. I just hope I can actually find something.
Don't touch that.
What? Whoa.
Delinquent penguin. What do you
It's
mean?
stuck. We can't get it yet. Don't touch what? I didn't see what it was that I was not... Oh, that. I think we have to touch that. There are strange bottles and bags filled with some kind of powder in the boxes. If this place is a factory, these may be their products, but there's no telling if they're dangerous or not. Better not touch them. There's a bunch of garbage in the corners. My guess is that this room isn't...
Used very
I
much.
can't wait for someone to rescue. I need to look for a way out. There's something on the floor here. Was this here all along? I had no idea. Oh, she's in that factory! The abandoned one!
Yeah.
At the... It's a lantern carved out of wood. It's kind of creepy. Something about this feels different than all the other abandoned junk in here. Ugh! What is this?
Fault I'm sorry, forgive me. Won't let you go.
Such terrible regret. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind!
The evil ones, the curse bearers, kill them all by their own bane.
Oh, here's the one that must have been the Omioji.
Yeah, this has gotta be the
Right?
one.
Ah!
You can kind of see a guy now.
Where?
Behind the
Can't see
soul, it
that.
flashes in and out.
Oh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. A vague silhouette is framed in the silvery moonlight near the bridge. It is a man, hunched over, near death, with regret carved on his face. Visions of the past flash through his mind. Memories of the young couple and their daughter, but he lost everything. He had repaid the kindness shown to him with evil. Though his regret gnaws at him now, it is too late to undo it. His mind turns to the Onmyoji woman. It was all her doing. No, the blame laid with him and his inexperience. He had foolishly involved himself with the forbidden, inviting evil into his life. I should have left the rite of resurrection well enough alone. The light of the man's life begins to fade as regret and anger watch over him in turns. If only I'd accomplished it in the end. Alas, it's too late for that now. I am prepared for hell. Perhaps in another life I can fulfill my dream. Even if this body perishes, I can atone for my sins.
Somebody else must have had the beckoning light in Shogo's, and that would explain why he died of drowning. Because
What
it
do
was.
you mean? What does this one do? Oh yeah, because there's the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The beckoning light can only kill other curse bearers. It's impossible to curse regular people with it. And the only trigger is that they possess the curse. Echo. So it probably tells her who has curse stones. In a sense, it is the most powerful. Because it's specifically designed to kill the curse bearers so they don't use their curses.
When she finds Tsutsumi with literally like... What, he's got like 4 or 5 now?
Yeah, he's got 4. He's got his own. Let me actually look. He has Fool's Procession, Evergreen Beach, Foot Washing Mansion, Everburning Lantern. Yeah, he's got 4. No, wait, I wanted to... Yeah, we still don't know Taiko and Whispering Canal.
I remember now. I remember everything. I know why I was brought here. That's right. Earlier. I feel sick. Where am I?
Yes, that is correct. We finally have a confession.
Someone's talking on the phone?
Yes, yes. Quite stubborn. We had to use the maximum dose of truth serum.
Truth serum? Did they drug me with something? There's someone behind me. Can I get a look at them? Damn, my body won't move.
Oh, you are awake.
Ugh.
Your head must be beginning to clear right about now.
You! Takumi! Shit, you tricked me.
Such a harsh accusation. It was you who was being uncooperative.
What did you do to me? What was that about a truth serum?
I assure you, you have nothing to worry about. You are in no danger. That being said, there may be some side effects. Memory loss, brain fog.
It was you. You were the one who hurt Hajime. Try all you want. I'm not telling you shit.
No matter. I already have everything I need.
What?
I'm in the middle of the call with the chairwoman. Why don't you have a rest while you wait?
Hey, stop! Get away from me! But... Ugh. I'm still conscious, if only barely. Concentrate. Focus on Takumi. I need all the information I can glean from this conversation.
Correct. She does not
Correct?
seem to know where
Oh, wait.
she is hidden. Hajime Yoshimi was the same. Yes, was unexpected, but...
No, he really did do something to Hajime? Ugh, damn it, I'm fading. That was close. I have to keep listening.
From Arashi. Yes, exactly as planned. As for Iwai, I expect... Yes, as soon as possible. Yes, the curse will likely... tomorrow, according to Araishi.
I can't. Just a little more.
Yes, as long as we keep her in here, the curse will... Yes, she will certainly want to bring back her dead fiancé.
Is he talking about me? Ugh, I'm fading again. Keep her together. Anything I can learn.
Yes, I will be leaving her here. I'll take the telephone with me. Ah, yes. That is in the cabinet. It should pose no problem. Yes, I have changed the lock. The year of the company's founding.
Ugh, I can't hold on any longer. That's right, I remember now. That man is Takumi Yumioka of Hihaku Soaps. He showed up at my hair salon about a month ago.
Oh! They either needed some info from Yoshimi that he didn't give and they killed him on accident with a true serum, or they killed him, intentionally brought her here, gathered more information from her, and put her in proximity of the beckoning light. That way, she would get it, and they would know where it is, so she wouldn't be able to kill any of the other curse bearers.
Yeah, probably
They
something
basically,
like that.
yeah, they basically planted her to manipulate her into getting that specific curse echo, and then because she's locked in this room, she can't escape. So she can't go out using it.
Yeah. He came to ask me to try out a new shampoo they made.
I'm assuming the idea is that they would collect the other 8 and then come back for hers.
We spoke about it again a few weeks later, but he started asking me about my fiance. I remember thinking it was pretty weird. Hyaku was a huge company, so I tried to be polite and answered all his questions. He wanted to know what kind of family Hajime came from. If there was anything special about them, or if he was an heir to anything.
Was Hajime the descendant of Seimon?
Maybe?
That he might have.
I thought it was so strange. I didn't give him any specifics. And then that night, he never came to the place we agreed to meet. So I went to where he said he'd be going, the former Yasuda Gardens. And that's where I found his dead body. I was so distraught, I just ran away. I didn't want to believe what I was seeing. After that, I decided I'd put all my hopes in the rite of resurrection everyone was talking about. I searched desperately for anything I could find about the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And then Takume showed up again. He told me that he knew something about how Hajime died. I thought I would just act interested in what he had to say, but I fell for it completely. The next thing I knew, I was locked up in this room, pumped full of drugs and left here on the floor, barely even conscious. I spent the night dreaming of him, praying for a chance at the rite of resurrection. At midnight last night, I get the curse of the beckoning light. Between the drugs and the curse, I passed out. That must be why I lost my memory. But now I remember everything. It was Hihaku. They went after Hajime. They put me in here.
During her school
read
years,
this one,
Maya
right?
was the second in command of an all-female gang. She was known for having a glare so fierce that it could silence a crying child. It was during this time that she met Hajime Yoshimi, a member of a rival gang. At some point during the countless clashes between their gangs, the two fell into a peculiar romantic relationship. Although their tastes in food, clothing, TV, and movies could not be more opposite, they maintained a comfortable union by staying out of each other's hobbies. After being forced to repeat her third year 3 times, she dropped out of high school and began apprenticing at a hair salon on the recommendation of a friend. She also attended night school and was proud to earn her beautician license 2 years ago. Mayu always cut Hajime's hair, although he seemed content with her work, remarking, "My hair ain't much without Mayu's touch." She had been secretly plotting to give him a more stylish look.
Aw. Too bad he's dead!
Yeah? But why did. Oh, that's you.
Oh, but why did they have to kill him? Was that Hihaku's doing too? What could they have wanted with him? I knew his job was dangerous, but why would a company like that go after an officer in the juvenile division? I get it now. All that about the shampoo was just to get to Hajime. Hajime. You were always the kind of guy who could shoulder any burden with a smile on your face. What burden were you carrying this time? To be targeted by a company that's more than willing to kidnap and drug people. Was it something you couldn't even tell me? No. Takumi said he had gotten some kind of information out of me using the drug. Could I have had Hajime's secret somewhere in my memories? If I did, what could it have been? Did Hajime tell me something? Whatever it is, just let me say one thing. Fuck you, Hihaku! I'm not about to let any of this go the way you want. Yeah, that's right. It's up to me to protect any secret that Hajime was trying to hide. I'll finish whatever it is he didn't get a chance to. After all, it's always been up to me to clean up your messes. It's okay. Whatever you got yourself involved in, I'm sure you had a good reason. We're gonna take them for all they got. Just wait and see. Alright, it's about time I got out of this dump. Okay, it's the year the company was founded is the lock.
Mm-hmm.
Hajime might be able to bust that lock, but I don't stand a chance. There's no opening this door from inside. What do I do?
Why is it... Hello, game?
No, Mayu. This isn't time to start feeling sorry for yourself. Just watch. I'm gonna get out of here in no time. What's this? This is that thing. Hajime! Hey, thanks for waiting! Aw, what's wrong? You're wasting that handsome face of yours looking like that. Or...
You think? I think I'm still plenty handsome.
Cringe. Can't argue with that! Are you not meeting with that girl today? You tell me, I mean.
Nah, she's off doing who knows what.
That's too bad. I just found a hair catalog I thought would be perfect for her.
Seems like you're pretty worried about her.
Yeah. She reminds me of myself at that age. Can't help but worry.
You think? I'd say she's a little ball of sunshine compared to what you were like.
Shut up, I'm talking emotional. She needs an adult who can understand how she feels. She's like a kitten. She thinks everyone around her is out to get her, so she bites at them all.
Huh, you might be right.
So, tell her I wanted see her, will you?
Sure, I'll do that, but... This other girl I ran into the other day is a tough case.
Oh, she must really be something else if you don't know how to deal with her.
No, it's not really that kind of thing. Some people just have so much misfortune thrown at them.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I can't really get into the details. She might have the talisman I've been looking for. She said it was a memento from her father. Would we really be related? It's not like I can just take it from her.
What are you mumbling about? Who's related to who?
Ah, sorry, it's nothing.
It's about that thing with your family, isn't it? Is she the one who has a piece of the book that your ancestor left behind?
Mayu, how do you know that?
God, I forget how dense you are sometimes. How long have we been dating now? Besides, you were the one who came crying to me about it when you got wasted that one time. Rambling about how this old book you're supposed to inherit is hidden in these 2 talismans. And something was giving you a bad feeling about it, and you need to be careful.
Oh, right.
That's all I know, though, and I wasn't planning to try and pry any further. But if it's something important you need to protect, then what are you waffling about?
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Mayu. I feel better now. Oh, that's right! Did you hear? The mockingbirds were seen in Honjo!
Huh? That came out of nowhere. Mocking what now?
There's an urban legend about these bird stickers that show up out of nowhere. I always was kind of curious about them, but I never thought they'd be in Honjo. There may be a bunch showing up all over town, so we gotta keep an eye out.
You feeling alright? What's gotten into you?
I like how serious flashback turned into. So anyway, these bird stickers.
What's so special about these birds?
Come on, one of them is a penguin with a pompadour. You can't tell me that isn't the greatest thing you've ever seen.
That's so dumb.
And then she just starts crying because pompadour penguin stickers in the desk drawer of the room that she was locked in after being kidnapped.
That's right. He was trying to protect something left to him. Could that be the information that Hihaku wanted? What are the hints for the ones we haven't seen?
Approach the net, look up at the first house, in the bright garden, in a park where sparrows sing, waiting at the intersection, on a bridge pillar at night, revisiting the park at night.
I think we definitely missed some of them.
We're doing a pretty good job, though.
Okay. He said he put something in here and locked it. So there's probably something in here. Should I try my luck with the lock?
$1946.
1946. 1, 9, 4, 6. Well. Yes, it opened! Huh. How did the year Haku was established suddenly appear in my mind? I had an idea when it might have been. Did I really get that lucky? Now that I think about it, there's definitely something different in the air here. Or is this another side effect of the drug? Or something else? Well, it doesn't matter right now. I should see what's in here. What is this thing? Well, I guess I might as well pull it out. And it's a fax machine. It's sort of like a phone, but there's no receiver. Oh, I know. This is a fax machine. I've seen commercials for these on TV. If I remember correctly, it's used to send copies of documents to other people who have one. What an age we live in where we can send letters and things without going through the mailman. This means I can call for help without a telephone. Never used one before, but if I can connect it to the power in the phone line. Alright, we've got power. Now I just need to figure out who I can send it to. What else do I need? Found a bunch of paper in the cabinet. I need a pen to write with. I don't need a phone number for a fax machine to send this to. What am I gonna do about that? We definitely don't have the fax machine phone number. An oil-based pen. The pen tip is totally dry. Won't be able to write anything with this. I wonder if I could fix it somehow. Oh! That's why we had to have the conversation, because
Yep.
otherwise we would never know. You can fix this with nail polish remover? What did that pop into my head all of a sudden? Well, might as well give it a try. If this is one of Hihaku's warehouses, they just might have some nail polish remover somewhere. What was in these cardboard boxes again? Ah, disposed bottles and soap. I wonder if there could be... There it is, nail polish remover. There's no label, but I'm sure this is what this is. Alright, so if I use this... The tip of the pen has been soaked in nail polish remover. Should be able to use that pen now, at least for a while. I have a pen and some paper. Now all I need is a phone number to send a fax to. Do you know of anywhere that has a fax machine? Yeah, we don't have that information.
Yeah.
Which, that is where we should probably stop.
Yeah. Things got interesting. We met a new character that has a curse stone. I'm assuming the other two will pop up eventually. But yeah, I am under the impression that some people didn't get the same curse stones that they got in the prologue chapter with Martini Man Shogo, and I think the reason why he died at the well, they were talking about the Taiko, Tsutsumi, when we went to investigate them.
We were just assuming because they were there. We
Right.
never actually figured out. Because we didn't figure out what
I just
any
think
of...
I just think the reason why Shogo died at the end of the murder spree was because somebody used the beckoning light on him. Because he died by drowning.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But it had to have been somebody else because Mayu was locked in the warehouse the entire night. Right?
Yeah, no, I...
And you know, thinking about it, who was in that area in Shogo's thing who also showed up when we failed to successfully do Harue's?
I'm too tired to think.
It was Richter. He was at the bridge by the abandoned factory, and then he showed up when Harue burned us to death. But it could have been somebody else. You don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Woo! It was good. 3.5 hours for YouTube. A little less than 4 for Twitch. VODers. And chat. Lots of new info once more, as well as some new characters in play. The one that we have yet to do for Tsutsumi, the thumbnail for it is Ariel with a gun, so I can only imagine what's about to happen in that one.
Bad shit.
Not good stuff, yeah. But yeah, goodbye, YouTube! Say goodbye!
Bye-bye.